Hi guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today we're going to show you how to install the Bully Dog Triple Dog GT Performance Chip onto our Dodge Ram project truck. One of the great things about this performance chip is that it gives you a lot of different tuning abilities to specifically tune different aspects of your vehicle for performance. Adds up to 30 horsepower, 30 foot-pounds of torque, plus it has a lot of convenient safety things for you so you can monitor different aspects of what's going on with your truck to let you know if something's going to be a problem before it becomes a problem. It takes about 20 minutes to install it on the truck, so let's get started. All right guys, the first step in programming our new Bully Dog performance chip is to go ahead and go to www.RealTruck.com, and when that page loads up you'll see something that looks like this. Go ahead and go to the download and go to Update Agent and click on that. Then you'll have this screen, and right here where it says how to install the Update Agent, just go to click here and click on that. And that will begin the download. Depending on your system, may vary a little bit different from this one, but on this one it just works this way. Go ahead and open that and click Run. And then once you see this screen, you can click Install, and that begins the process of installing our Update app. Once you have this screen, then you're going to want to locate your micro SD card, which is this teeny tiny little guy right here. And what you're going to look at is, you can see on the back of it, it has these little, looks like a bar graph. You're going to take your card reader and you're going to make sure that you install it with that bar graph looking thing down and just slide it into there. Now once this is installed, you'll go ahead and plug this part into your USB port on your computer. It varies depending on your computer where it's at. Mine happens to be right here, so plug that in. This is your product registration. Once this comes up, you can fill out all this information and submit this. Right now, for our purposes, I'm going to cancel this because I'm going to let the owner of the truck do his own registration. So once you're done with your registration, it'll tell you to go ahead and pull that out. Then you want to go ahead and take your SD card out of your card reader and install your SD card into your Bully Dog. It goes right into this slot right there. Just install it into there. And then we'll go ahead and plug in our cord. We'll plug in our USB cable. It plugs in right beside where you put the SD card in. You plug that into your unit, plug this back into your USB port. Once you start seeing this, then what you can do is you push this top button to go to the main menu, and then we'll want to scroll up till we see where it says Change Vehicle. Right here, we'll push that one, and that will bring up our next grouping. Okay, on this particular one, when you see that grouping come up of the vehicles, even though, guys, this is a Ram truck, it's going to be listed under Dodge. So go ahead and push the button for Dodge, scroll down, and then you'll see a grouping for Ram trucks. We'll push that button, and that'll bring up our engine size. This one happens to be the 5.7 liter Hemi, so we'll push that one. And this brings up our year ranges, and this happens to be a 2013 model. So we'll push 2013, and this tells us what we'll be changing it to. In this instance, it says 2013 Dodge Ram trucks, 5.7 liter. Push down for no if that's not correct, or push up for yes. That is correct. To get back to this point, you can go ahead and close these and unplug your Bully Dog tuner, and it's ready for us to go install it in the vehicle. The next thing we're going to do then is go ahead and connect it up to the vehicle to finish the process. And the way we got to do that is that it comes with this handy HDMI cord. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to plug it into the back of our performance chip, and also you should have something that looks like this. We're going to plug it into that. This is our DLC connector cable. What that stands for is diagnostic link connector, or sometimes you'll hear them referred to as an ADLC, which is an assembly line diagnostic link connector. Then once we have that connected, we're going to go ahead and plug this in down here under the dash to our diagnostic link. When we get ready to plug this in to our diagnostic link connector under the dash, this has two settings on it. For our initial setup, we want to make sure that the switch is switched to battery. Right now it's currently on key, so we want to go ahead and flip that switch over to battery, and then we want to plug this into our connector under the dash. Now that we've got our ignition key to the run position, then we want to go ahead and press menu, and we want to press install download. We're going to verify the vehicle type. This one says 2013 Ram truck. That's correct, so we push up over here for yes. We want to agree to the disclaimer for the warranty and such. I have to push down until we read through the whole thing. I'm a speed reader, so this works pretty well. And then go ahead and push agree. There's another one for the battery. We'll do the same thing. And we get to continue. Okay, once you have this come up where it says code 262, go ahead and click exit. All right, once we get past the code 262, then we're going to go ahead and remove our SD card. We've got the SD card out of the GT. Then we'll bring it back over to our computer, put it back into our card reader, and then bring up our Bully Dog app. Plug this back into our USB port. Once this is done updating and downloading for your stock file, you should get this screen that says tuning files ready, telling you that it's done downloading. If you don't see that screen, just go down here and check on your bar and click across, and it'll show you what's running under your Bully Dog agent. Just click that one, and that will bring this up. Once you see this, click OK, and we're ready to go ahead and unplug this. We can close this out. Just go through here and hit cancel again on this one. Once you have your registration done, you won't have to keep doing that. We'll go ahead and unplug our SD card, take it back out of the card reader, and we're going to go put this back into our GT. Once you've got the SD card back into your GT, you'll get this screen that comes up. Go ahead and press menu, and then you'll see another screen here, and you see it says install download on the second one, so go ahead and press that one. And then it'll ask you to verify the vehicle. If the vehicle is correct, go ahead and push yes. And then it has another disclaimer that you have to read through. Go ahead and read through it, press agree if you agree, disagree if you don't, but if you press disagree, it won't let you install it. Go ahead and read through the battery condition, click continue. Now it's updating our files again. Okay, once you get here, then you're going to turn the key to the run position and press continue. Now that it's done part of its initial download, you should see a screen that says something like this. And go ahead and push the continue button, and that'll continue it through its process. Turn the key back on. Press continue. Once it gets through those steps, you're going to see it comes to the next step. It asks you to turn the key off again. Go ahead and follow the on-screen instructions. Turn the key off, hit continue. Go ahead and turn the key back to the on position again, or run position. Hit continue. Back to off. Continue. Okay, back to the run position. Continue. All right, folks. Now we're at the point where we can set this up depending on what it is that we're wanting for our power levels and those kinds of things. And you can change it just simply by pushing the buttons on the side. We're going to leave this one for right now, set it stock. Go ahead and press enter. And this is, you can go in here and adjust your rev limiter depending on where you want that set. We'll just leave it at 58. Our neutral rev limiter, we can leave that where it is. Our shift points, you can adjust those. Your speed limiter. This is the fun part, guys. You can go in here and you can increase your speed limiter so that you can get as much speed out of this truck as you possibly want, up to 200 miles per hour. Now, I don't know about you, but 200 miles per hour is a lot for a truck, but hey, wouldn't that be fun? We're going to leave it set there just for the heck of it. Our MDS setting, we can either enable or disable it. We're just going to leave it on enabled. You can go in here and if you change the tire size, if you put bigger wheels on it, you can adjust that, which is kind of a neat feature because that helps us with our speedometer, keeping it accurate. We're just going to leave it on stock. You can change your axle ratios. So now that we've got our performance chip all programmed up and adjusted and set to our truck, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and wire this thing in so that it only turns on when our key's on. Now that we've gone ahead and ran our power wire through the firewall out to the fuse box, the next step is to take a test light and go through with the ignition on and look for something that has power on it. We'll see what we got here. Okay, there's one right there. So what we're going to do now is turn the ignition off and see if we still have power. If we don't have power, then we'll use that one. Okay, ignition off. We have no power, so we're going to go ahead and hook up to that one, especially being as that it's a 20 amp fuse. That gives us enough amperage that we know we're not going to blow a fuse or anything like that. So let's get that set up. It's easiest, guys, if you grab a pair of needle nose pliers and pull those fuses right out of there. What we'll do is we'll take our little clip that came with our kit and we'll attach it onto the fuse. Now on the bottom of this, it's very hard to see, but there is a little slight slice in there, an opening for the blade of the fuse to actually fit through. So we'll slide that blade in through that little opening. Once we get it in there, go ahead and push it all the way up onto the fuse. And then we'll take here, just snap it over, and we'll go ahead and reinstall this fuse. Now that we've got our fuse back in place, we'll go ahead and check for power on our spade connector. Right now there's none, so I'm going to go turn the truck back on and we'll check it again just to make sure we've got it connecting properly. Okay, we have key on power to our spade connector, so we'll go ahead and get our wire ready to go to attach it. Now we've got our spade connector end on to our wire. We'll go ahead and plug it in. Just find a nice relaxed position for this wire to run through the fuse box. And the only thing left now is to close it up. Make sure that it closes. All closed up. Now we can go back inside the truck and finish mounting our performance chip. Now guys that we've got our wire ran, got her all plugged up, we just have to find some place to put this adapter so that it's not going to be in the way. So what I did is just pulled the panel down here. It comes with a Velcro piece that you Velcro on, and then it's got a sticky on the back so that you can go ahead and just to put that down inside here and just press it down real good. If you need to take it out, you can, because it's just Velcro. Now, before we go ahead and plug this back in, and button this back up, the one thing you want to make sure is that your switch is now switched to key instead of battery. Now the only thing left to do is go ahead and run our wire to plug our chip in up at the top of the dash. So for that, we're going to pull this panel off the side. Okay, that seems like a nice comfortable place for that, and so we'll go ahead and run our wire. Now guys, you can see with this thing all powered up what some of the different options are. Currently we have this one set where you can see your fuel economy, because these days that's important to everybody, especially if you're driving around in a big beefed up truck. You can see your engine RPMs on here, as well as your speed and your coolant temperature, because if you're pulling something down the road, you don't want your rig overheating, causing you some issues. There's a lot of other different things that you can mess around with, as far as the different gauges that are available in different settings, anything from fuel flow to your mass airflow sensor, timing, battery, all kinds of different things on here that you can actually set and adjust yourself. It even has a feature for performance testing, so that you can actually go ahead and go out in some empty parking lot someplace or whatever and test how you got your thing set up, make sure it's set the way you want it, and so on. So we're just going to go ahead and go back here to our main menu, and there you have it, guys. Go ahead and play around with this thing, find what you like, what you want to put up on your screen. Every time I go in here, I find something else that's pretty cool, so it's always something new for you. And that's how you install the Bully Dog Triple Dog Performance Chip. Until next time, happy motoring. On doing the slinker dance.
Come on, Slinker. Plug it in. Okay, go.